This ABC15 flash briefing is sponsored by Sanderson Ford. All roads lead to Sanderson Ford.
I'm Katie Rammel with your top stories from ABC15 Arizona. A police officer shot, now the alleged shooter finally in custody after a 6-hour search. Officials say the officer was shot responding to a call about a driver crashing a car into a home near 7th Avenue in Southern. The officer shot in the hip and hit in the face with bullet fragments. Another officer also hurt with minor injuries. Hours later, though, the suspect was finally found at a home near 17th Avenue in Southern, about 10 blocks from that initial scene. Our Cliff Castle chopper over the scene as the SWAT team got that person on the roof where he eventually surrendered. An update tonight, Tempe police say multiple arrests have been made after a 5-year-old was shot and killed during a shootout between two cars. We told you about this happening last Friday near 52nd Street and Broadway. 2 other children also critically hurt. Police haven't said how many were arrested or how they're connected. It is still under investigation.
Oh my God. Oh my God, are you okay?
Absolutely terrifying moment for any parent or caregiver. A coyote preying on a toddler in a Scottsdale driveway. The Ring security video showing the coyote sneaking up on that little boy before attacking him. This is the second coyote attack involving toddlers in Scottsdale this week. Fortunately, both are expected to be okay. Now to a serious crash involving a wrong-way driver on the Loop 202 near Scottsdale Road in Tempe. DPS says a 30-year-old woman intentionally crashed her car head-on this morning. The man in the other car has severe injuries. The wrong-way driver minor injuries and is expected to be okay physically, but DPS says there were clear signs she was experiencing a mental health crisis. A reminder, help is always available. You can speak to a crisis professional 24 hours a day by calling or texting 988. Progress on budget talks over at the state capitol. After a pretty difficult start, it appears the governor's office and legislative leaders are finally working together to find common ground in those negotiations. Both Speaker of the House Ben Toma and Governor Hobbs say they're optimistic an agreement can be reached. The governor was at the Biltmore today addressing the Phoenix Committee on Foreign Relations there. Toma among those in attendance. Number of issues on the table, among them universal empowerment scholarship accounts. Eliminating them, not an option for Republicans, but the governor calls them a budget buster.
The ESA situation has come up. It's going to be part of the discussions. I'm hopeful it's not a sticking point, but it is problematic how much it is costing right now.
The governor said she'd be meeting this afternoon with the Speaker and Senate President Warren Peterson for another round of talks at the Capitol. Uplifting Arizona, he's got the best stats on a newly formed blind soccer league, and he lives right here in the Valley. Alvaro Mora Ariano scored the first ever goal for the U.S. men's national blind soccer team. He also scored the second and the third. The roster's made up of blind soccer players from around the nation. He's the only one from Arizona.
It's an invitation to other blind athletes to come and experience this beautiful sport and start loving it with passion the way that I do it.
The team is looking to grow the game to have the best team they can for the 2028 Paralympics. For the latest weather, traffic, and your headlines, head to abc15.com or simply download our free ABC15 mobile app.